If you want good health and you want somebody to take care of the community, this is the man. Our union endorses him, the detectives endorse him, the police captains endorse him. This is the man.
And the teachers endorse him.
The teachers endorse him. More and more.
Bill Thompson, stop and frisk has to go on. Has to go on. Otherwise the city is going to disappear. Go stop and frisk.
Yeah, let's get together, let's put frisk him.
In accordance with
Let's frisk him.
Stop and frisk has to be.
Mr. Thompson from the Tatum community.
How are you? Within the Constitution.
within the Constitution.
I was going to talk to you. Have a meeting.
Talk about it. Yes.
You're a great guy.
Yes.
Go stop and frisk, please.
Yes.
Save the city.
It is really a bright day, and you can see that. And it's bright also because we have the wonderful opportunity to present to you and endorse the next mayor of the city of New York, the Honorable Bill Thompson. The biggest challenge that we see here over the past few years is government to understand that you should not interfere in religious practices. Every community and ethnicity has its religious rituals, and don't tamper with that. And let's be very clear, the religious ritual of B'tzitza B'peh and Bris Milah is thousands of years around and will continue. Nobody can or will be able to change that. Are we open to hear from government? We're the first one to tell government, if you have an issue, we are ready to work with you. And we have done so on many issues. And we found that the principles of our founding fathers, which is freedom of speech and freedom of religion, can continue and are compatible. And that's the same way to go. And you have promised to do so. It is for these reasons that the community has chosen you to be at the helm, and we are confident that you will be successful to lead us as the mayor of New York.
And this is a unique experience for me, having to endorse my friend for many years, Bill Thompson, who, by the way, has a dad, Judge William Thompson, who was the dearest friend of my dad before he died. And so our families kind of grew up together. Of course, Billy's a lot younger than I am, so I can't say that we grew up together. But I can tell you this, what we have here today in this community of Williamsburg, the Hasidic community of Williamsburg, we have the candidate running for mayor who represents all of the people of the city of New York. And that's the reason for the endorsement here today. He does not discriminate against any ethnic group. He goes everywhere, does everything for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, this man, as Rabbi Niederman told you, has been the president of the Board of Education, who has more experience now than the present mayor has gained in 12 years in educating our children. We have a second chance to elect the very best, and the very best is Bill Thompson.
I've known Bill. In fact, I know all the mayoral candidates. It's a very unique thing when you start to get to know everybody personally. And I want to say to all of you that character matters, integrity matters, common sense matters. I've often said that a good elected official needs to have the 3 C's. First, they have to have the character to know right from wrong. Bill Thompson has the character to know right from wrong. Second, they have to have the common sense to know the good ideas from the really bad ones. Bill Thompson has common sense. And the third C, my friends, is chutzpah. You've got to have the chutzpah to make sure that even when it's hard and it's difficult, you do the right thing and you get the good ideas done. Bill Thompson has just the right measure of chutzpah. He stood up to the mayor, he stands for the right things, he brings people together, and I am sure that with your help and support, if you remember the 3 C's on September 10th, Bill Thompson is going to be the next mayor of the city of New York. Thank you very much.
We will respond to the needs and concerns of the Jewish community, and it is indeed a great honor and a privilege for us to join the many other communities and the elected officials around the city voting on September 10th for our honorable next mayor, Bill Thompson. Thank you.
This is wonderful. Democracy is all about freedom. You can have people who have no purpose but to disturb, and they're still part of this. And with no choice for a mayor, just disturb what's going on. But that is democracy. You have now, we have now, privilege.
Let me first start out by thanking and just saying how honored I am to have support today. Rabbi David Niederman, thank you so much. And I know Rabbi Niederman for so long. Rabbi Joseph Benzer, thank you so much for being out here today. Thank you for your help and support. Rabbi Weber, thank you again. Rabbi Schnitzler, thank you so much. Everyone from many different backgrounds, all here today in support of my candidacy. And let me thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Sydney. Let me thank Joey. Thank you. Rabbi Schwartz, thank you so much, and it's great to see you. Rabbi Kahn, thank you so much also. I greatly appreciate it. And last but not least, Lou Fiddler. Thank you so much, Lou, for being here also. I mentioned Joe. Well, I didn't say Joe Lento, I said Joey. And you know exactly who I meant. That's how long we've known each other. But let me... And Eric also. And my apologies, Councilman, and not recognize you. But then again, let me thank everybody for the support, this show of unity. People from different communities, different backgrounds, different things who have come together to support me to be the next mayor of the city of New York. It is a truly great moment. It is a wonderful moment. Realizing that everybody has come together in consensus that I'm the person, that I can bring the city of New York together and represent all New Yorkers. We have to make sure that there's so many things that need to be done in the city of New York. When we look at poverty, we have to address that. That is something that impacts this community and communities across the city of New York. We need to make sure that we work to bring people up, to create the opportunity for them to be able to do better, to take care of their families, to be able to live in a city of opportunity. We know that we need to be able to work on health care. And I remember over the years working with ODA and so many others to provide quality health care in Williamsburg and other communities. We need to make sure that we work to build affordable housing. I've said we need to build and preserve 120,000 units of affordable housing. Of that, 70,000 has to be new. We look at communities like Williamsburg. Earlier today I was in Bedford-Stuyvesant, neighborhoods across the city of New York where we need more affordable housing. This community needs more affordable housing so that people can stay in the communities that they were born in and that their families can stay in these communities. We have to do that. We have to make sure that we move forward and build tens of thousands of units across the city of New York so we can all stay here. We need to make sure, we need to create jobs, but also Williamsburg also is a community of small businesses. The city of New York continues to squeeze those small businesses. Fines and penalties and fees. It needs to end. New York City needs to stop and leave its small businesses alone. And then when it comes to making sure on an education basis, one of the things so many of our children with special needs, they have to go to court, but they have to go back time and time and time again. We need to make sure that our children receive the services that they are entitled to without having to fight with government each and every year. It is not right, it is wrong. And last but not least, when we look at government that won't work with collaboratively, work with communities, government that won't sit down, government that won't discuss. And a number of people have brought up Batista Bapé and have said, we wanted to sit down and work things through. We weren't given that option. And I said, I'd be happy to sit down and revisit this issue again. It is the right thing to do. This is government that is infringed on religious beliefs that have stood for thousands of years. We can balance safety as well as religious beliefs. That's what we've always done. That's New York City. That's the New York City that I know. So we will be working together. And that's what you've heard here today. People want a mayor who will listen, a mayor who will work with them, a mayor who will work to make our city and this community and communities across Brooklyn and across the city of New York better. And that's what I want to do. I've had the chance to work. When you talk about Brooklyn, when you talk about Williamsburg, I've had the chance to work with people in Williamsburg community since the mid-1970s. I've had the chance to work across the borough of Brooklyn with so many. Since the early 1980s, we have always been able to find common ground. We've always been able to move things forward, working together. So I'm the type of person, I'm going to be the mayor of the city of New York who believes that we can listen, strong enough to listen, decisive enough then to move forward and to make sure that we do it together. So I am happy and honored to be here today. Again, to my friends, and as I said, Rabbi Niederman, I've known for a while.
Don't disclose my age.
I'm not, don't disclose my age. We've had the chance to work together, but I look in this crowd. There are people that I've had the chance to work with over the years, over a period of decades. We've always been, it's always good seeing you. We've been able to work together to move our communities forward and to be able to do it together. I look forward to be, as the next mayor of the city of New York, to be able to work with you, to be able to move the community forward, to be able to make sure that I'm a mayor for all New Yorkers. Again, thank you all so much, my friends. We are moving forward. The election is 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today. And with your help and the help of so many around the city, around Brooklyn, there is no doubt, with your help, I'm going to be the next mayor of New York City. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. Thompson, 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 Thompson.
I'm going to build 120,000 units. It's wonderful to say we are going to
and it's clear that from one end
education.
of Brooklyn to the other,
it's wonderful
different
to
types
say
of people,
we'll
you know,
improve open
they know
space.
him. And
But you need, for all of that, you need one thing, which is money. And for that, you need experience and experience on how to lead the city when revenues are low.
Very, very good in Brooklyn.
And